Well, welcome back to Aldridge Farm. Before we really get started, just apology first. I got carried away and finished off field 11. I know I said I was going to leave it, but you know what us young boys are like. And the second thing is you have to remember in this series that every game day is several weeks. Hence we're getting on with the second lot of the fields. Just so you don't think I'm cheating and too much. With that, we will get started. Just take this nice and steady. Now we've got Tom. Tom has finished all his spraying. He sprayed water on every field except for those which were ready for harvest. I think one he put some fertiliser on. He's even done the meadows. May have put fertiliser on a couple of meadows. I basically told him what they were like and left it to him. I think it's time he had plenty of responsibility. Now, he is slightly worried at the moment, and I'll explain why. Once we turn around here. His partner was in town yesterday, getting some shopping done. We can't do all our shopping in the village as much as we'd all like to. And she saw one of his old muckers, one of his criminal friends. He didn't see her, but she saw him and she nipped into a shop double quick. She didn't have her kids with her. They were being looked after by a neighbour, which was her bit of luck. Well, actually, it wasn't just a neighbour. You're not going to believe this. Charles was looking after him. That's right, our Charles. But she's a little bit worried because when I took them on, they've been moved away from their normal area, and the police think it will, and authorities think it will be a great help if he was just kept away from his old haunts. So we're looking after him here. And I think we're doing a reasonably good job of rehabilitating him. He certainly is a lot better than when I was first introduced to him. He was a little bit surly when we first met, but since then he has calmed down no end, and I'm going to put the GPS on. I hope I can remember how to do it. You know, I'm like with technical things. I'll just turn it around and we put that on. It should be a little bit easier than to do this. No, we haven't heard any more from what's going on with, we think, the Crawford Browns, and they're stirring it, but if one of his nefarious friends is about, we may not have to. Oh yeah, we're going to come down this side and just sort of level it up a bit. I'm not too worried if I don't get much of a cut this first time. We'll try it here anyway. Hopefully if I can see the lines. Off to one side. That's better. I think we will just twist it slightly. Yes, we should be able to level it off from here. Now, I know his partner's very worried. She's stuck with him through thick and thin, and she'd like to see him go straight, and she thinks it's the best chance he's got. And I have to agree with her there. But he really has taken to working on this farm very well indeed, which is as well with the way things have gone with Kylie going to America. But we do have one bright point. Paul is back today. He's already working hard, trying to sort out our potatoes. He's having a look at what the expected yield is and how much we have contracted to send on the train. and he think we may have some left over we can sell locally, and we'll sell it to George at the pub. As you know, he's a potato merchant in his spare time. As much as you might think you can make it pay in a pub, you can't anymore. You need some outside interest, which is why so many pubs do food, because you can't make money just on drink, although he does do quite well on his food. But the idea is that we will try and we've got 2 load which we have contracted. Either 1 load. We'll have to check this board. I think it might only be 1 load we contracted to take into the train. And what we will do is we will see if they will take more. We'll see how much we've got. If they will take more, we will deliver more, but we'll also try and say at least half a load to the pub. I'm just going to clean this little bit off down here. Don't like leaving little bits like this behind. Makes the place look untidy. I'm going to have to come over with the rake, I think, just to level this up a bit. And it's also working out some of the other things. We have all the barley's gone to Chris at the seed merchants. They are checking at the moment to see how much extra we get. They first look, it looks quite good, not 100% top quality, but close enough. It wasn't a good year for organic barley. We were no rain, so it was a bit dry. This isn't too bad. This is quite good. This is almost perfect in places, but it's a little bit dry on field 11. But we will see what we get for it. We've got this to do, both sides of 12, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to harvest this half of 12, then I'm going to let Tom go in the combine. I'll get him set up and he can go and I'll drive the clearing wagon. Although I'm not so good at that, it means going backwards and forwards all the time. I may just have to tell him to come up a bit earlier for me. And I think I've got him set fairly late. But just as we're full, I think. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to jump across and see him. Let's do that there for the moment. And just, yeah, start at 90, so we're starting about 60, and he's off now. Ignore the fact he's going through the field, and he will set away at 90. That should do it. So any accidents or mishaps he manages to have, or Tom, not really his fault. I'm going to wait here for him, I think, just to make it a bit easier. Especially as I have to just start tipping as he gets here. There he comes. He looks apart in that JCB, and I think this should almost be the first load away. I would thought very close to. There's barley going, but this is not organic. This is just straightforward barley. It will go to a molten somewhere. I'm not certain who we're going to send it off to. He'll wait until we get it away. That's what I asked him to before he starts away. I wasn't certain if GPS had stayed set or not. I'm not very good at using GPS, as you all know. Right, should have emptied out. Oops, don't want to go backwards, I want to go forwards. Shouldn't take too long to do this one. We'll get this one done in this episode. I will try not to do it all the next, but we have still got the home field to do this first tranche. I shan't be selling until we got to put everything in. Although we could do with the money, I don't think we can spare the time, because I think I'm going to have to look after the animals soon. Hopefully he's travelling back to the farm now to empty off. That'll give me a chance to fill up the tank again. Oh, there he goes. Go right through the middle of the field. It's a dusty good job we ain't got crop destruction on. I told him to take it quite steady. There's no need for him to rush, but so I'm a little bit concerned too, in case his old partners in crime appear and they try and drag him back into crime again. I don't think he'd go willingly now. We're paying him well. We're paying him top right for a farm for. Well, we're actually paying it top rate as a farmhand, as a technician's rate. He may not quite be a technician, but I have never believed in being cheap on wages, which is one of the problems this Shmoron Cuthbert had at the start. He wouldn't pay the rates and he couldn't keep it. The major is a bit the same, but he just managed to keep his. I'm a great believer that a man's heart is worth a lot. I look at a job, would I do it for that money? If it's no, I wouldn't, then I'm not paying enough. It's as simple as that. Okay, we had some hard times here and money isn't as freely available as it once was, but we're not doing so bad. I can't really complain. Well, I do, like all farmers. The rain's the wrong colour. The ground is upside down. Anything. We will complain about anything. Oh, I got a phone call. I should tell you, I got a phone call from Kylie. They just after they landed in America, and she is highly delighted. It seems to be the sort of life she likes. It's you know, they had a brief. Well, they got a brief stopover in New York. I think they land one day and leave the next. So they're going to have a look at some. I think they said that if the jet lag don't get them, they're going to try and take in a show. Very nice too. Not my cup of tea, but there I am, an old stick in the mud. Just like that. Yeah, it's gone. Oh, look, he's got caught somewhere. Not going to believe that he'd done this empty and it didn't play up at all. I told you. What's he doing there? I reckon it's empty. He hasn't made the turn back. What I'm going to do is slow him. I'm going to slow him right down, actually. Sometimes that's because they're going a bit too fast. Field speed we want to leave the same. Automatic from course, maxing. Right, we're just getting back on course. I'm not certain which way he should be going. Oh, It's not easy in this yard. I think I set this up using one of the smaller tractors now. Let's see what happens if we see what happens now. Yeah, it gets caught there. Straighten them up. It's the fun games we have now. I'm going to remove that wood. I'm going to clear this wood away, I think, at some point. No. Can he get back on here now? All fun and games. Anything to break the immersion. If this doesn't work, we'll have to remake this course, and in fact I will remake it. No, what you hear. That's back there. No, he should back it round. Now that's what he should have done first time. For some reason, yeah, he's got it now. Right. Oh. Actually, what I meant to do was this. Take it a bit slower, he should do it. We'll find out anyway. Right, where were we? Before I was so rudely interrupted. Told you Tom was a bit concerned. He's going to be surprised I'm not ready for him. Right. We should better catch that now. Ooh. Let's see, we got it. First, make certain you're in forward gear. Rule of thumb. I ain't gonna be too bad. I think we're setting about 60-65% coming emptier, so we should hit that by the time we reach the other end of this row. And there he is waiting there nice and quietly. Or did I put the pipe back in? I can't see it. Yeah, I did. He'll be a bit red-faced for getting caught in the yard, but he's not the first to do that. Should be interesting to see if he can miss the bus stop. Kylie, I think, has hit that a few times. Charles did several times. And I've hit it once or twice as well. In fact, at one time we were rebuilding the bus station every year, or the bus stop every year. The insurance company stopped insuring us for that. They actually made a special exception of the bus stop. No, he should be on his way, you know. Or he will be once we turn around. Oh, he's starting to travel now. Where are we? Yeah. Should get this. I better put the pipe out. Set up in the start track. Oh, helps if you have the thing straight when you go. As we're at the start of the roll, we'll see if he can actually catch us as we're going down the roll. Here he comes. And we'll keep going this time. Right, let's start that off. He's doing it well. That's not too bad. One load off the field. We should get another load off this, I would have thought. Bring the pipe back in again. Don't want to get that caught on things. Unlike the stuff when I first started on the farm, where our first combine, you done your headland, then put your pipe out and you left it out because it was a manual job to mow that in and out. None of this hydraulics and electrically operated gubbins. You got out on the platform and pulled the thing out, then locked it in place. He's waiting to get in where I am, I think. No, I think he's going to stay there. No, I hope he can catch me. There's some of the early stuff we used to have on the farm. Oh, I vaguely remember the old... Well, no, I say vaguely. The trouble is I can remember them only too well. The old reapers. Oh, what a job they were. Especially the early ones, and all they really done was reap it, and then you had to have a crew come behind to tie the sticks up. All by hand. The early ones, because you were using horses to pull the thing. 2 horses, the reaper, a man on the reaper, and then about half a dozen men following behind to tie and stack the sticks up. And that was an improvement on how it used to be before that. When your men went out with their scythes and mowed by hand. I don't actually remember those days, although we did do it one year when Father was alive and still in charge, just for a bit of a joke. And we've done an open day and we decided to leave one small field to do it in the old fashioned way, and it almost killed me. No, and killed the old man as well. Granddad was still alive then, and he came out there and he was 80 at the time. And he went out there and done better than any of us. Partly because he had the knack. It was a knack. It wasn't just strength. It was a real knack. And the secret was to keep your scythe sharp all the time. About 6 strokes, cutting the corn. Stop, put your stone on your scythe, and forward again. Long, hard days they were. Up at first light, you didn't finish until it went dark. And you always made certain you cut well before it was ripe. The reason you put them into you tied them and then stacked them up, and you just stacked about a dozen, 15, leant against each other upright with the heads up, uppermost, was to dry them off fully to finish ripening them. You didn't want them too ripe when you're cutting, because just the act of cutting would knock the grain off. It still does in a way. We still cut, if we're doing it right, we still cut very early, very slightly before it's fully ripe. You miss a little bit of grain, you don't quite get as ripe as you want, but you get more head corn. This is just about right, this field is. You can always tell you will get a couple of 3 ton off a field. It may not sound a lot, but when you're talking about 150, 200 ton, 200 pound a ton, it's worth doing. Let's see how we're doing here. Will we get this one done? Well, probably not quite. What I will do is, if we don't quite finish this, I will finish this field off, and then we're starting the second half of 12 on the next episode, or the next time you're back with me. then we've got the home field to do, and I think we're just about done then until the next lot becomes ready. I will go and look after the animals, and Tom will probably go and spray a bit more. And he'd like to thank everybody for their good wishes on the fact he's become a valuable member of society. Oh yes, I should just say, after seeing the bad guy in the town, I have got in touch with the powers that be just to warn them. If there is a known villain about, and he's still up to no good, I think it's only right that I get in touch with our local Barbie and just warn him. I'll get this out again. I'll stop before we reach the end. Oh, he has managed to turn around, and they don't always manage that. The trees at the end sometimes get right in the way. What I may do is get about halfway down this run and stop. That's going to be easier for them. Oh yeah, see the pipes out. You should get another combine full of this, I think. Oh, here he comes. I think what we do is we're going to stop here. Wait until he gets in position, then hit the button. Yeah, we'll finish this off in this episode. There's not much to do now. He won't have to go, shouldn't have to go back and empty off until we're finished off here. Let's bring the pipe in. Yep, that's in. What's coming in anyway? I can see what the young farmers mean about using things like GPS. It does make the job a lot easier. I still think that the real skill is in doing it by eye. I hear him. Now where is he? What's alright? I could see a shadow in the mirror, and I wasn't certain that's him or not. I don't really want to smash the JCB up if I can help it. It's my pride and joy, you know. I'm going to miss a bit there, but I'll probably leave that. Yeah, he's got half a load on there, I'd say. A bit over. Mother-in-law has got involved in another game. Cattle and crops, apparently. It's not finished yet, and she is testing it. I don't know if the developers know she's testing it, but she's testing it and she keeps sending them little reports of. That's keeping her quiet anyway. She stopped making maps of her own now. She said she got that one done, and she actually updated it again for when the new version came out, but she hasn't released it. She just updated it. As you may recall, if you've been listening and watching this for some time, she's made a map of this farm in this game. I don't understand it personally, but she does. Well, she tells me she does. No, I'm not going to doubt her. She's bigger than me. Don't tell her I said that. She's still, even in her 80s, she still has a good wallop. Oh, for those who don't speak the slang, a good punch. She can hit hard. Yeah, we're going to get the rest of this in here. Then we call him in, we're empty off, and he can take over and do the next field. And I'll do the cart. And you watch me hit things. You watch me try and back up. This is probably the best time of year. Oh, we're in like mid-summer. This was all winter sound stuff we're doing now. Midsummer. And getting the harvest in. There's nothing to beat it. Not a feeling in the world. Not if you're a farmer anyway. It means money will be coming in and we will be getting some cash again this year. And we can carry on for another year. It's always a bit iffy. Will we actually make money this year? With the fun and games we had, it looked doubtful at times, but we will have the foliage and the BGA, and I must see how well we're doing on that silage near the dairy. That must be almost ready now. I want to do another grass cut and just well, I'll really want to wait, I suppose, until I get another pit empty. Although I could use the one near the farm, that's still in good nick. I'll be done there. Yes, we have. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to drive into the field here, call him up, give him a quick go on the walkie-talkie, tell him I'm ready for him. Here he comes. I think I might just move forward a bit more, make it a bit easier for him, get him back in the middle of the field. That should do. Turn off GPS, we don't want that anymore. Come outside so I can get a screenshot when he's round. Oh, we've got some eggs too to collect. Anyway, I'm going to say thank you very much for watching. If you like what you saw, please consider leaving a like. If you're not a subscriber and got it by some means, we're probably drunk. I know what you lot are like. See, if we take two shots, we get one with this grain coming out, which is what I meant to do in the first place. Please subscribe. Always want more members. Now I'm going to send driver home. There he goes. Get back in the cab, and I just got Alice back. Great. Now I'm not certain if I've got a. This is where you're going to see the inside story. Yeah, any comments, questions, or queries, feel free to post them. I read every one. Is this the one? Let's have a look. No, it starts on the inside, it's not the one. Will you stop buffing the mic, girl? Alice likes bump my head against the mic. It doesn't look like I've got one, so I'll have to set up a quick course. No problems. We'll start him off here and he can go round and round and round and round and round. I'll better get rid of that course we got up there. Yes, any comments, questions, queries or suggestions, feel free to post them. I read every one. If you're not, and I'll set that up next time, if you're not a well, I don't know if you're not a subscriber. Right, I think that's it. As Tom going back, I'll tell you what, we'll ride with him for a little while, just see how he's doing. We have a long episode, just check and see how he's doing. This also to remind me the way I got to go when I do the carton next time. As you can see, the home field is ready. We are going to have a lot of barley, I can tell you that now. Just hope we've got enough room in the silos to hold it until we come to sell. The missus is home. I see her beetles in the garden. Bike should still be in the shed, yeah. I'll have to get that out again. Sorry, you don't get that much time to go joyriding this time of the year. Best time of the year to go out on the bike. And it's the time of the year you're usually too damn busy. Let's see what he's doing. He's gone a bit too far one side. I think that's his problem. He might get the same problem again this time. We'll have a look and just see, shall we? Yes, he's not turning. Ah, that's a bit silly. Let's have a look at this course. Oh, just switched it off. Anyway, whilst I have a look at the course I've got set out and see where it went wrong, that's me saying cheerio, you know, cheerio.